We are doing a first impressions and review today of the new Charlotte Tilbury products that she just recently released. I have the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer and the Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Powder. We're going to put these bad boys to the test and see how they hold up. So if that sounds interesting to you guys, let's go ahead and do the YouTubey things. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. Now this is a first impression, so I'm sorry if you were looking for an in-depth review. Keep an eye out because over the next couple of weeks I will use these products in another video giving you my further thoughts, but I did want to give you guys my first impressions off the bat just because generally nowadays I do tend to know how I feel about a product. I've tested so many that I kind of now know if a product's going to work roughly for me straight off the bat, especially products like the Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Powder. So we'll see how we go, and if I need to update you guys, I will. But it is going to be a first impression so you guys get my real raw thoughts. I'm a little bit nervous because my friend Patty at Empties Make Me Happy on Instagram, she says this is like the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I don't like that concealer that much, so we'll see how we go. So I'm going to quickly speed through me doing my base makeup with you guys. I'm going to go with some true and tested products so that I know that it's not these products messing with like my skin. I'm going to use my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, my Tarte Pore Filling Primer, and the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. This is in the shade 2.N if you're wondering. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to speed through me putting my foundation on, and then we'll get into the products themselves. Alrighty, so foundation, primer, all that jazz is completely on. Let's go ahead and get stuck into this concealer, shall we? This is the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. Now, I paid 49 Australian dollars. There is 30 shades, and there is 7.2 grams of product, or 0.25 ounces, which I think is quite a bit. There is some coconut in the ingredients here, which if you guys have been around here before, you know coconut usually irritates my skin. On the under eyes, it's usually okay as long as I concentrate it to the under eyes themselves and don't kind of use it as a spot concealer. I'm fine because under eyes don't really get pimples, you know. It says that this is a new medium coverage hydrating concealer to conceal, correct, brighten, and lift the look of your eyes and face. I got the shade 4 Fair, which I believe was a neutral shade, but let me just triple check that. Yes. So this one has a neutral undertone. So this is the box that it comes in with all the information, all the fancy things. It says clinically proven results, conceals, corrects, brightens, and lifts the look of skin, medium buildable coverage, 16-hour wear. It apparently has a heap of skincare in it, like hyaluronic acid, golden vitamin C, collagen, niacinamide, I should say. Dark circles appear reduced by 40% in 28 days. I mean, you would need to use it every single day, potentially, which I wouldn't because I have so many concealers, but you know, maybe. I'm not gonna contest it just yet because I haven't tried it every single day in, what did it say, 28 days? Yeah, I'm not gonna try it for 28 days straight, but you know, maybe. This is the second concealer that Charlotte Tilbury has released in her cosmetic line. Her original one was this Magic Away liquid concealer, which has like, I believe this is getting discontinued, and rightly so, because this packaging is like, the most horrible packaging. The lid gets stuck. It's like not hygienic, and the product itself is okay, but nothing to rave home about. So I'll be very interested to see how this one goes compared to the original one. Now I am going to, actually I'll do one eye first. I'm not going to put any color corrector on. Normally I do, because I want to do this eye and compare it to this eye completely untouched first, and then this eye I'm going to put my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away color corrector on, and we'll compare them then. So this is the shade 4, as I said. It actually looks like a pretty good shade for me and my skin tone. So let's go ahead and give it a go. It's just like a normal little doe foot applicator as well, nothing fancy or special to it. Let's start with a smaller amount and we'll build from there. I'm gonna blend this out with my Rare Beauty concealer brush. This is generally how I get the best results from my concealers. And let's see how we go. It's blending out very seamlessly, that's for sure. Wow, okay. That actually looks really nice. So let me zoom you in. This one has that small amount blended out, tapped out with the brush. This one has completely nothing on it. Now it hasn't hidden all of the darkness or anything on my under eyes. However, I will say, I actually don't think that this looks bad. I actually think this looks pretty good. I feel like you guys are offensively zoomed in close, but that's okay. I would put another layer on just to build this coverage up on the darkness a little bit more. But I really like the way that this isn't looking heavy on the under eyes. It almost looks like I have nothing on the under eyes, which I quite enjoy. And the finish is quite smoothing. So let's go ahead and put another layer on. I'll just leave you guys zoomed in this close, even though it's very close for me. And let's just pop this amount on again. What I'll do as well is I'm gonna wear this all day, but I'm hoping to get this edited today or tomorrow and get it up quite quickly. So I'm going to pop a little note at the end of this video or in the description box on how these products wear for you guys, okay? And then if you have any questions, just ask me in the comments below. Wow, okay. That's really looking quite lovely. So that is the 2 small layers with nothing. And honestly, that's looking pretty darn good. I don't think I like it as much as my Huda Beauty concealer. That's my favorite at the moment, but for an everyday concealer, I'm liking this so far, but we'll see how it wears as well. Now let's go ahead and take the color corrector from Charlotte Tilbury. So this is in the shade Fair. I'll just take it on my finger and tap this underneath this eye here. I do use this color corrector every day, as most of you know, or whenever I wear makeup, because my under eyes are a bit dark. So now we have the color corrector on. I like how this is looking radiant actually. It's like bouncing the light off so my eyes don't look as dark. Okay, now let's put some of this on. I'll tap it out with the same brush. That side has the color corrector on, this side has nothing. Again, looking very pretty. I think it just needs a little bit more here. This side is a little bit darker than this side because I have this little like mole freckle thing here. So let's do another layer. I think with this one, because it's a medium coverage, if you tap it out with a brush or a finger, you're gonna get a lot more coverage than if you tap it out with a sponge. I think the sponge would eat up quite a lot of this formula. So if you're wanting like a bit of a less coverage, then, you know, maybe go in with a sponge, but if you want to keep that coverage as full as possible, then go in with a brush or your finger. That looks really nice. What do you guys think? I think that looks really nice. Has it covered everything like a blank slate? No. But did I expect that from it? No, because it says it's a medium coverage concealer, right? So it's not going to give a blank slate when it's going to be a medium coverage. So I'm into that so far. That's actually looking really lovely. I'll be interested to see how this wears because generally in here wears away super quick for me. So let's see how we go with that. So I'm just going to quickly put some cream bronzer on and then we'll come back and we will put this Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish powder to the test, shall we? So I've left you guys still zoomed in offensively close because why not get the nitty gritty as much as possible, hey? So this is the Airbrush. My lights are probably a little bit too light for this, but let's see if we can do it. So this is the Airbrush Brightening Flawless Powder. I have the shade Translucent, and there comes a second deeper shade for the dark to deep dark skin tones. So this is a brightening, blurring, lifting effect, targets dark circles and shadows. It says science and color, so there you go. Yeah. Now the ingredients in here were me friendly, so actually there is, shoot, I did not see that there actually is coconut in this. I thought that there wasn't, but we'll see how this goes and see if it breaks me out. I don't know, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. This is the compact right here for the new brightening powder. I'm not quite sure what the significance of these wings are. I mean, it's cute, I get it, it's different to the normal airbrush, which mine looks all grubby, and I like that this isn't the reflective packaging because it'll stay a bit nicer for longer. But it reminds me of Victoria's Secret, and I don't quite know what the, I'm sure one of you guys will know what the symbol is for. Why can't I get this open? Here we go. So on the inside, it pretty much looks exactly how the Airbrush Flawless powder looks. And then this one is like a translucent shade. And then there is the second shade. This was 70 Australian dollars. New complexion, perfecting translucent powder to brighten, blur, and lift the look of your eyes and face. So let's go ahead and see how this performs, shall we? I'm gonna take it on my good old faithful Sigma F35 brush, which is just a tapered one, and I've used it so much it's like wearing away. I will just quickly tap out any potential under eye creases. The concealer's actually been sitting for about 5-ish minutes now because I was dilly-dallying, and it's not looking too bad. I actually think, you know what, you guys, I want to put just an extra little dot on to see how much I can build this up. Because now that it's sat, I usually find my concealer looks really good instantly, and then once it sits for a couple of minutes, I find I need to like just pop a little extra layer on. I'm gonna actually do the brightening powder on this side of my face, and then I'm gonna do the original Airbrush Flawless powder on this side of my face so that we can see the difference. Although the Airbrush Flawless normally darkens my concealer, but anyway, we'll see how we go. So let's just dip into this one. Just a little bit of kick up, nothing dramatic. So I have the white powder here. And let me, wow, I don't know what this, wow, that's blurring. Whoa. Now I'll pop this through the T-zone. It is supposed to be brightening, so I don't necessarily think I would put this on my whole face. I believe I would personally put this just through my T-zone, like I do the Laura Mercier powder in the Westman Atelier. So let's see. Okay. This is looking pretty nice. It has taken a little bit of coverage off the concealer, but to be fair, usually any powder I put on my under eyes does that, but I feel like you can still see the ring that I have, the dark ring right here of my pigmentation. But it is a medium coverage concealer, so that's fine. But the actual finish of this looks really nice. Really nice. Like initially I liked the concealer probably unset, but the thing with my eyes is it really doesn't hold concealer well for some reason, even though they're super dry. Just that this would be gone in an hour if I didn't set them at all. So this is looking very blurring though, and very blurring through my pore area here. So now I'm gonna take the Airbrush Flawless powder, the original. This is in the shade 1, and I'll take it on a different brush. I'm gonna take this on my e.l.f., just my e.l.f. powder brush, and I'll just work this into the brush. So I have a bit of powder on here, and this will darken my under eye a little bit. It's fine. It's just that kind of a shade, you know, it has a bit of color to it. But I want to just see the finish. I actually think I like this side better. What do you guys think? I think I like this side better. I think that the finish looks pretty much identical, to be fair. I really do. I think that the finish looks just as smoothing on this side as what it does on this side on my pores, and on the under eyes looks really similar. But I just think I like that this one gives a little bit of an extra kind of tint and color to it. I'm gonna just set the rest of my face with this powder as well. And I'm just gonna use like my BK 105, but I'll like leave this area alone. But that other one is too brightening to like set my whole face with, you know? Can you see? I mean, it's definitely brightening. You can see that, but I just think I like this side better. What do you guys think? I just think this looks, I think this side looks more natural, whereas this side looks a little bit ghostly or like deathly almost. And I feel like this side has actually concealed the darkness on my under eyes better than this side. This side I feel like it's almost highlighted it a little bit and made it a little bit gray. Let me know what you guys think. All right, let me go ahead. I'm gonna actually go and do the rest of my makeup, and I'm creating the first look from my 5 looks of my Isamaya 5 looks 1 palette, which won't be up until next week or the week after. So I'm gonna go do all of that, and then I will come back, show you guys what the final makeup look looks like, and give you my final thoughts, and we'll go from there. So 2 seconds. Okay, hello. This is probably a little bit scarily close, but I just did my eye look using the Isamaya palettes, and it took me about 20 to 30 minutes just because, you know, ideally dally. And I wanted to show you guys an update on my skin and my under eyes because I'm not loving it. So I don't know if you can even just see, I'm not sure how much the camera, this should be in 4K, so hopefully you're getting like a really true representation, and I've kept my lights down low so that you can really see what my skin is looking like without, like, you know, lights making me look filtered or anything. I don't put filters or anything on my videos. So this side is holding up much better. This is the original airbrush side. Still not great, which we'll get to, but it's holding up better. This side with the new one, no, not holding up great. So you can see this side with the brightening powder, I can actually zoom in closer, which is offensive, but we'll do it. So this side right here, you can see it's like got a lot more darkness than this side. It's like bunching up and breaking up in here, and it's already like getting darker and darker as I like go on throughout the day. So this has been 30 minutes and this is already how it's like worn away and just sitting on the skin. And even this side, like I've used setting spray and everything, and that normally melts everything in, but even here it's just like, this isn't looking very smooth. This is starting to just look like I've had a day already when like I haven't, and my skin is actually doing pretty good today. And then this side, the concealer's not doing, the powder's not doing too bad on this side. Like it looks a lot smoother and nicer, but you can see that the darkness from the concealer is already coming through. It's starting to already wear away in here, which is, I don't know if that's so much the concealer's fault, just because that seems to be my under eyes, but it just isn't looking good. Neither eye is really looking that good. Like I definitely look like I'm barely even wearing anything. I really look like I've put the lightest coverage concealer on. So, I mean, and this side right here looks more textured than this side too. This side's definitely, for me at least, a lot more smoothing. So, let me go ahead and zoom you guys back now so that you can see it like not offensively close. First impressions is I'm really not impressed. Like I'm not blown away. I am more intrigued to keep trying this concealer with other powders and just other ways to use it. But I would say, off my first impressions, I don't see this working incredibly well for me personally. If you have under eyes that really don't need a lot of work at all, then this might be a really beautiful, natural, everyday concealer for you. I think if you don't have pigmentation, don't have darkness, or anything like that, then this might actually be perfect for you. But if you're someone like me who has a lot of hyperpigmentation, a lot of darkness, wrinkles, texture, and you just kind of need your concealer to stick with you through the day, I don't think this is going to be the concealer for you. The powder is a no. It's a no. It did blur and mattify instantly, but as soon as my skin started warming the product up, it's like it doesn't like it. Like it just instantly has started looking cakey and heavy, and I have quite a thin layer of foundation on, and that L'Oreal True Match foundation, I've never ever found that foundation to be cakey looking on my skin ever. It's always been very lightweight, and this side doesn't look cakey or heavy, but this side does. I don't know if this is going to make people upset. Generally, if I give like an honest opinion, people tend to get a little upset with me and say I've done it wrong or this or that. That's fine. This is my first impressions. I will update you guys as it wears throughout the day, so make sure you check the description box for my update. But generally, like I said, I have tested a lot of products. I use a lot of products, and 9 times out of 10 I know instantly if something's going to work for me and if it's going to be a holy grail, and I just don't. Like, I was going to leave the house, and I'm honestly not even going to leave the house now because my makeup looks really bad. Like, I promise, hand on heart. So yeah, but yeah, this is just my opinion. Again, please don't come for me. This is just purely 120% my opinion. Check all of the reviews, find your like skin twin, as I like to call it. My skin, if you find that you really align with my makeup preferences and my skin type, all of that jazz, then maybe this is how you would feel about the products maybe, but everyone is different, everyone is valid, everyone is allowed to have their own opinion, even if you absolutely adore these products and I do not. It just means that we're different. Like, everyone's skin is going to react differently to products. It's literally science. So please don't take it personally that I don't super love these products. They may be amazing for you and I'm happy for you, because if you spent your money on them, then you want them to be incredible for you. All right, that is it. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'd be super interested to see if you guys have already picked these up, what you think, if you're eyeing them off, all of that jazz. I'm very, very interested, because yeah, these are a bit of a miss so far for me. So, which is a shame, because they were expensive, but that's okay. You win some and you lose some. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you're watching till this point, you're an absolute legend. I appreciate you so, so much. If you haven't already, pretty please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. It means the world to me and helps my channel out so much. And other than that, I hope that you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.